The Geordies are in town. Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to the matchday preview for Tottenham versus Newcastle. It's going to be a tough game today. Of course, you know, we haven't won in ages, so yeah, we're playing a strong team like Newcastle, so yeah, let's get into the video. Alright then, so here is the form coming into today's game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So let's start with Newcastle, who are the visitors today. So Newcastle, they have a loss, win, draw, win, loss and a loss. Newcastle, their last game was a 3-0 defeat against Everton on Thursday. Tottenham, we have a loss, draw, loss and a win. Our last game was a 2-1 defeat against West Ham. Alright then, so what's my score prediction coming into today's game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Now, I said on Thursday that the game against West Ham, we had to win that game. We're at home. West Ham, they're just a bang average team. And we lost, and I mean, the way we dominated them for 45 minutes was amazing, but we just fell apart in the second half. But, I mean, we actually might have a chance in winning this game because Newcastle, their injury list is really bad. It's definitely worse than ours, and they're missing big players like Dan Burn, Callum Wilson, Longstaff, Pope. They're missing some really big players through injury, to be fair, Newcastle. And it's not going to be an easy game today, because you know, Newcastle, even though they are missing these players through injury, I mean, they beat Man United 1-0. They got a draw at PSG, even though they should have won because that was never a penalty. But I didn't watch the game against Everton on Thursday, but apparently Newcastle were really poor, to be honest. Apparently Trippier had an absolute nightmare in that game. But yeah, score prediction, I'm going to go 2-2. So yeah. Alright then, players to look out for. So starting with Newcastle. Now, I've actually picked out no one for Newcastle because watching the highlights and looking at the stats in the Geordies' defeat at Everton, no one really stood out, to be honest. So that's why I've picked no one. And for Spurs, I've picked out one player. I thought this player was probably put in 100% effort and throughout the whole game had a really good performance. And that's Pedro Porro. And I mean, recently it's actually, you know, he actually cares about the club. He cares about the fans. He's actually a player that actually cares about what's going on at the moment. And I just feel like everyone else really doesn't, in a way. And I mean, Porro's just there, like, you know, he really respects the fans, like, massively, in a way. And I thought his performance against West Ham was really good, so yeah. Alright then, so what is my predictive lineup for today's game against Newcastle? Yeah, I do apologise. Yeah, I've got the Luton Man City game at the moment. So yeah, but surprisingly, Luton are currently winning 1-0. So yeah, anyway, so predictive lineup. In goal, of course, Guglielmo Vicario. Back four, I've gone with Porro, Romero, Davis and Udogie. So the same back four that started against West Ham. The defence was really poor, I would say, against West Ham on Thursday. Oh my God, jeez. Against West Ham, I would say. So the defence really needs to show up today because we all know what Newcastle are like on the attack, and you know, they play a very high press. So yeah, and then to midfield, I've gone with Skip and Basuma. Ange will probably go with Højbjerg, but Højbjerg, for me, he's just too slow and he just wants to go back all the time. And I personally want to see what Skip can produce for once, and I want to give him a chance alongside with Basuma. And then attacking midfield, I've gone with Kulusevski, Lo Celso and Brennan Johnson. And then up front, I have gone with Richarlison. Now, Son apparently might be injured. Oh, for God's sake, I've missed the Everton goal. God damn it. But yeah, anyway. So apparently Son might be injured. Apparently got a bit of a knock in the West Ham game. And apparently Ashley Phillips has actually taken Son out of his fantasy team. So that's probably a suggestion saying that he won't be, he might not be in the game today, which is pants. But yeah, so if he isn't there, Richarlison's got boost to fill and he needs to step up. So yeah, and predictive lineup then, we got Vicario, Porro, Romero, Davis, Udogie, Skip, Basuma, Kulusevski, Lo Celso, Johnson and Richarlison. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Come on, you Spurs.